Good afternoon. We will be discussing a poem written by Christina Rossetti, and the title of this poem is Uphill. So, Uphill is a different kind of a poem. It is the spiritual travel of her final years, and it was realistically foreshadowed by the poet in the famous poem Uphill. A summation of her philosophy of life as a struggle for Christian perfection with comforting peace at its end. So I repeat, the spiritual travel of her final years was realistically foreshadowed by the poet in the famous poem Uphill. A summation of her philosophy of her life as a struggle for Christian perfection with comforting peace at its end. She needed this assurance because her last moments were clouded by doubts as to the worthiness of her life. So she was in a state of complexity. She was confused, perplexed, and she wanted to live a life according to the virtues of Christianity outlined by Jesus Christ and which find reference in the holy book of Christians, the Bible. And she was a devout Christian, we could assume the fact. And uh, later on, she could not understand the purpose of her own life and the purpose of human life as well. And she found it difficult to comprehend whether her life was worthy or not, and whether she could mend her ways in her final days. The whole poem is in question and answer form, and she has written this poem in the form of questions and answers. This poem is about the last journey. Uphill means climbing high, something that is very difficult and requires hard labor. Uphill, as if she is climbing a hill or climbing a higher place, and that involves a lot of hard labor, and you have to climb steps if there are steps. The poem lessens the gravity. It makes light-hearted references of her last journey as any other journey in our life. She is climbing a hill. She is on her way to heaven. And it is a symbolic reference. She is climbing the steps of heaven. And she is leaving earth and moving towards heaven. The beauty of this poem is the simplicity and casualness with which the poet takes this journey and talks about it at the same time. So, there is a casualness involved in the whole affair and simplicity of the wordplay. This poem is not difficult in terms of content. It is written in a very simple and lucid style. And this poem is also written in the form of a song. Most of the Christina Rossetti's poems come or fall under the category of a song. She is a little scared as she is visiting the place for the first time. So she is moving towards heaven for the first time. She is not familiar with that place. She asks questions to set her doubts at rest. The people to whom she is putting questions are co passengers or co journeymen. So she is going on a journey, or we can say a pilgrimage, and there are co passengers, co journeymen, whom she asks certain questions because she is not familiar with the place and she is in a state of confusion. So, to set aside her doubts, she asks questions. It is a conversational poem, and she has invented co-passenger. And as we move ahead to the first stanza, she asks if the way goes up and has no slope. And she asks the fellow passenger, whether the place is high and there is no slope. She is told that this journey ends on the highest peak on the hill, and she is told that the journey will end when she reaches the pinnacle of that hill. She asks about the duration of the journey. She asks, morning stands for the dawn of our life, and then night stands for death. The poem is an allegory on human life. As we move ahead to the second stanza, the reference to roof could be the sky or the roof of the grave. Is it possible that I may not be able to see that place because of darkness? She is confronted by this question because there is darkness all around, and she questions if she would be able to identify or see the place because there is so much of darkness. So, we can assume that she is in a state of doubt. She is reassured that such a situation may never arise, and she is reassured by fellow journeymen that such a situation will never arise. In the third stanza, she asks, will there be other people on the way? The answer is conditional. Nobody is there to accompany you on this journey. Now it is clear that the poet is talking about death. The poet asks that how she would get an entry into the place. Will she have to call someone? The answer is positive. The doors are always hospitably open, waiting for her or for anyone who comes in. So, now the poem assumes a sense of wonder or amazement. As we move ahead to the stanza third, she then asks if she will find comfort there. The reply is, you will get the reward for whatever you have done in your previous life. Finally, her sense of curiosity ends with the final answer she gets regarding arrangement of beds in heaven. The poem shows curiosity and fear of the poet, both curiosity and fear at the same time. This fear has been brought out in a very childish and simple manner. So, a childlike sense of wonder or amazement we can see in this poem, and her questions are very childish, immature. She is asking reassurance before embarking on a journey to the unknown, and she is seeking reassurance before embarking on a journey to the unknown. So she finds it something like an adventure she is about to begin, and she is not aware of her final destination. Her mind is marred by doubts and confusions. That's all for today. We will continue discussing poetry in our next videos. Thanks for watching.